Alright guys, welcome to the stream. We're gonna do a coworker of mine's build. It's gonna be like a pretty high-end build. There's some good components here. First thing I like to do when I start these things off is go ahead and give everyone a rundown of all the parts that we're using. So we're reusing his Corsair case that he's in love with. I really like this case. It's orange, which is my favorite color, so that never hurts, right? Inside this case, there is a lot of room for drives. It holds it's the right size for the motherboard and everything. So this is what we're going to be building in today. Inside that, we're going to add 5 LL120s. So they are RGB fans, 120 millimeter. Going to be 1 for exhaust, 2 on the cooler, and then 2 up front. So we're going to be bringing air in and then kicking air out, keeping the system cool. Powering the system, we're going to have an i9 10850. Alright, so yeah, 10th gen i9 10870 or 10850. The K, which means it's unlocked, means we can overclock it with the right motherboard. We do have the right motherboard. This is the exact same chip that I'm putting in my computer as well when I build it after I get back from Arkansas. So the main hub of this is going to be the Z490 ROG STRIX Republic Gaming. If you know anything about PC components, especially gaming components, you know that Asus Republic Gaming, the STRIX line, is their higher end, or it's not their total high end, because they got their crosshairs and their super freaking $1,000 motherboards not going there. But this is a good choice as well. I also am putting this in my own computer. Luckily, we did get a second one in. The first one that came in was it was used, and I bought a brand new one. It was even addressed to somebody else. Had the serial number removed. Safety seal was broken, and it was in real bad shape. This is what we're going to use today. To keep the whole system cool, we're going to use another ROG product. So we're going to use the LC240. That's 2 120 fans for 240 millimeters total of cooling surface on top of the radiator. This is the RGB version, which means we can change the color on the pump assembly itself. So this has a heat spreader and pump combined. So the pumps here, we'll make sure that we get that lower than our radiator, which we plan on putting in the top. For RAM, going with the RGB Trident Zs, DDR4 3200, and there's 32 gig. So 4 sticks of 8 for 32 gig. Good stuff. I think when I build my new next AMD build, it's gonna have that. For storage, so we've got the Z970 Evo M.2 drive, 500 gigabytes. So that's going to be his C drive, where his operating system lives. In any essential programs, you can get away with 250. I like 500 gig, just so I can be a little bit sloppy about where I store things. If you go with 250, you've got to be really careful about, hey, am I going to put a game on my C drive? No. And then for his games, for quick load times, quick access to games, and stuff like that, I've got a 1 terabyte SSD. Not much to say about it. It's a Samsung. It's good. Yeah, there's no off-brands. There's no TriStar, Dragon Slayer, X540s in this build. And then for his mass storage, we've got 2 1 terabyte Western Digital Blues, the Caviar drives. To power it all, Corsair X750 or TX750. This is a semi-modular power supply. About the only difference between a semi-modular and a modular, a full modular, is a semi-modular already has the 24 pin and the 8 pin for the motherboard. It's not like you're going to build a PC without those two items, so I go ahead and just save a little money and get the modulars. Alright, graphics card. It's the essential part to any gaming rig, and so for this one, I was able to get my hands on a GeForce RTX 30 series 3070 EVGA. I've had this open just because I wanted to seize it. It looks very pretty. Very pretty. It's got 3 fans. It's very long. It's very black. It's very beautiful. I guess we should get started. Oh, wait. I forgot. So, one of the first things we're going to do in this case is we are going to start putting the fans in. Normally, or sometimes, I go in and I pre-install fans because, let's face it, it's kind of boring to watch fans go in. But I didn't have time. I didn't have time to do it. I've been distracted over the past few days, and I didn't do it. So we're going to do it live. So, back to what I was saying. Orange, black, beautiful. One thing that makes one of these PCs really beautiful is when you start dealing with cable management, you know, managing all of the cables throughout the system. No one really sees this, but when they start poking in this side of the computer, you've got to make them, you've got to tuck them, you've got to guide them, you've got to get them where you want. But there's some that you will always see. You will always see your wires that come off of your GPU. You will always see the wires that come off of your motherboard. So there are things you can do to make that look better. And I did. I found on the interwebs black and orange wires. These things are going to look sick. Yep, so I got a 24 pin, the 8 pin, PCIe's for your graphics card, all that stuff in this kit, and it will be black and orange and look magnificent in here. Yeah, I'm super excited about this. So when I do a PC build, I try to get one component that either the person that was building it didn't want to spend a little extra for, or I find something custom like this. I call it my surprise component, and this is today's surprise component. I wish I could see the look on the customer's face right now, because I'm sure he's like, what? So yeah, got those fans right there. And the front of the case is going to get pressure washed one more time, but when they emit color, you'll be able to see color through there. Just like if you go to exclamation point parts, you go to the parts list, there's actually a picture of this case from the Corsair website, and it shows the 2 fans coming on. And when I saw it on the Corsair site that you can actually still buy parts for this, or you can actually still buy the case itself, I was like, huh, I wasn't planning on putting any RGB fans in there. And I was like, man, you know what I should do? I should put RGB fans in there. And so I contacted the customer and I was like, hey, this is what I want to do. And he's like, yes, do it. Oh, look, it's got security tape intact. Fucking concept. Start to loosen up a little bit. Good. Because I was feeling real tight at the beginning. And in this box, oh God. So this is a Wi-Fi motherboard. So this is your Wi-Fi antenna. Yeah, okay, I'll pull it out. just wanted you to realize when you open this, because I'll be sending most everything I put back in a motherboard box, like all these little boxes and everything useful, any extra parts that I don't keep for myself, I'll put back in the motherboard box. So yeah, this is Asus does these stands for their external antennas that you set. They don't have like these little dilly whoppers that I never use. So yeah, they use an external Wi-Fi or antenna, but that's what's in this box. Welcome to the ROG. So, yeah. They do that Apple level of packaging. I assure you that the material is both the same on the outside as the inside. So we're going to work on it. I don't know how good that comes through. Wow. She looks good. I guess first things first. Let's get it out of the way so everyone can breathe easy. Luckily, if I mess this one up, I've got another. So we're not going to mess it up. So, this M.2 looks like it's got one hell of a heatsink. Alright, so on the back side of this heatsink there is thermal tape that we'll pull off. Get our half a terabyte. Yeah, I think the blade is going to be just always out now. No clickety click. Clinch time. We don't clinch. I don't get nervous about that anymore. But she sure tried to jump right out of the bag. I'm not gonna sit down. Right after I move this stand off. Usually those are threaded. Yo, what the fuck? like we said, we're always learning the standoff. Some of them screw in, and then of course this is still screwing in, but the standoff screwed, like literally screws in, not from the back, like from the front. You don't move the standoff. You add another one. Okay, I'm cool with that. Put the screw back in. I can do that. I was really confused because like there wasn't any way to like grab it. There wasn't threads on it. There wasn't flat spots. It's completely round and it was really tight. So I was like, it's acting like it's not supposed to move. Because it wasn't. A little peel. It doesn't make a noise. Otherwise, I like mute the music and be like, man, I'll tell you what, I do love this memory. And guess what? It's IQ compatible. I had some of this memory in the H1 build I did over the summer. I sold that PC. I wish you could feel the weight of these. These things are freaking heavy. But they put off, they look so good, and G.Skill makes good memory. They make good memory. Let the camera focus on that for a second. That black brushed aluminum, oh. And it's got these two tiers, and they just light up really well. So we are going all four. So it doesn't really matter. What we will do is pair them in pairs. So dual channel. Normally, if you were going to put them in a single channel mode, or not single channel mode, but dual channel, you would just run two sticks. You would put them in like this, starting at the most outboard, skip one, put one in. So that's how I'm going to pair them up, because they're paired like that in a tray. And then this tray, I will put like this. Yeah, it's not very bright. So the first time I was planning on doing this at night, and it shows up much better at night. Doing headlampless. I don't like it. It just creates too much of a glare on the camera. Going to go ahead and pre-mount the fans to the cooler before I just start going willy-nilly with the cooler. But let's take a look at it. I'm excited about this one. I kind of wanted to go with a 360. I'm not going to lie. It's a big processor. But there's no room. There's no room in the front for a 360 cooler. There's no room in the bottom for a 360 cooler. And there's no room in the top for a 360 cooler. I could have gone with a 280 cooler, which, so when they say 240, that means that the fans that blow through the radiator are 120 millimeters each. So you can go with a 280 and you get the 140 fans and mount that to the radiator, and it does have a spot for that. I couldn't find a 280 that I liked. I think we will be just fine with 240. So let's get this motherboard in. I was going to put these fans on first, but I'm not even using these fans. I wonder who makes these. I'll have to do the research on that. I don't even remember. One rule in pump assemblies is must be sexy. I'm not going to forget about you guys who can chat. One, two, three. One, two, three. I love you, ATX form factor. Yeah, we're going to kill this one. It did not make a noise. Ignore the noise. Didn't make one. Alright, so this big hole, look into this big hole. In this big hole, there's a notch. And so that I can see it, and that's an alignment pin for the motherboard. I'm trying to look into the camera. There's an alignment pin that helps me get this thing in. ATX, it's a standard configuration, so they put the standoffs. Now you can move standoffs for different types of boards, but this is an ATX board, so I took an ATX board out of it, and in theory it should have gone in. Some of the boards have a bigger hole than others, and so I was just kind of nervous about whether or not that notch is going to fit. But it fit just fine. and snug. Give it a little snuggly luggly. Make it a little happy screw. Get the hole. Dude. If this wasn't going in my same build, I would be jealous. It's got big old wangs on them, man. I like that. Big old wangs. That way you can get to them, pop them. So this has the ability. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 PCIe slots. But when you put the video card in the one with the most lanes, so, yeah, you could use this card for mining Bitcoin if you wanted to, as long as you didn't want more than 6. Let's figure out where this cooler is going to go. Alright. Well, I mean, I know where it's going to go. We'll just set it up there because that's where it's going to go temporarily. Does this spin? This does not spin, so it has to go like this. Down like that. Alright, so okay, so yeah. Or we could bring them down. That's what we'll do. Yep. Bingo. Bingo, bango. Like this. Yeah. And the video card will go right through here. So it actually brings those out of the way. Of course, it's going to be in front of that logo, but the other way, just show on. That's too tight. Right. And taking this down, picking it up, taking it down, putting it up. So let's do fans. Let's see, there's that screw. I hate you. Let's do these fans. LL120s. Where did you go? These LL120s. So we said like this. Swooped around like so. So, the reason I'm asking if I did it right, I forgot to pay attention to my orientation of my fans. So let's get a quick rundown of fans. Fans do have a front and a back. You can't like flip a switch. You can't go into any kind of settings in the menus and tell it to go from one direction to the other. They're built for one direction. Corsair does put arrows. So somewhere on this fan, right here, there is an arrow that shows the direction, so it spins that way, and the airflow that way. So I did this wrong, and so we're going to redo it. Instructions time. This.
One eternity later.
Alright, I'm gonna do this for y'all, because normally I wouldn't do it this way. There's pre-drilled holes to the motherboard. Get in the holes. And these move back here, because it would be very frustrating if you didn't. If you were always fighting the minute differences in a motherboard. Boom. And it popped right out. I wanted to show you. Oh, dude. Really missing that adhesive 3M adhesive right now. I'm not gonna fucking touch it. When you're doing this, when you're putting these brackets on the back, you want to make sure that you're not covering up this area right here. So we've got a clear cutout. Some of them you can actually stick in like this, but you'll be covering up these areas. And so you want to give all this a nice, pretty clean there. Okay. Since I got it facing this way, right now, I'm just going to go ahead and put these standoffs in. Oh, I forgot to show you guys this. This is the first PC I've ever built with one of these in it. It's a relic from the Dark Age. Look at this. That's an optical drive. So there's these round things called compact discs, and they go in there. They store information, like movies on them. Really weird stuff. It's like, what is this sorcery? Okay, what I really need from you, Cooler, is you to hang out of my way. Normally, what I normally do, I'm gonna get to post. I'm alone. I'm gonna get to post, and then I'm gonna end the stream, and because I need a lot of light and a lot of room for when I do cable management. So, and plus it's extremely boring and extremely frustrating. Let's do. I want to get the power supply in, and then we'll put the 3070 in. Like, why are you humming? You got music. I'm nervous. I am more nervous today than I've been in a long time doing PCs. It's probably just some anxiety that I have trapped away. I always mess with you and they go sideways. Hammer supply manuals go in the manual pile. Manual. Yes, I'm using the manual. Nice chunky power cord. We ain't using that, actually. We will use them, yes, but they're going to plug into the orange ones. God, I could since you don't have a shroud, I could technically mount this fan up, which is generally a don't do. But then I don't know if you noticed this, they put the writing on fans upside down. Well, the way these work is they draw in air, and you do have two fans bringing air in the front. So they'll draw in ambient air, or in your case, there is actually a fan in the back with a dust screen. So I'm gonna do it right. I'm too much shit up here. Nope. Oh, what? They flip the text. Huh. Like 9 times out of 10, they don't do that. Like, so the text is right. I'm definitely doing it this way. That threw me. I was like, wait a second, did I just put it upside down? I'm going to use every one of these zip ties. I can feel it. You good? Yeah, he's good. Trash everywhere. Hello. Would you like to go into? Yes. Yes. The more I put this computer together, the more I'm loving it. She's sexy. She's sexy. She's sexy. Yeah, I have to make the noise. You're like, do you have to make the noise? Yes, I have to make the noise. Alright. Oh, the crown jewel of this build. I don't know, that's a bold statement. There's a lot of nice shit in this case. We're going to use this 3070. 3070. Alright. So, see there. GeForce. $3070 RTX. Pretty sexy. It's got this red line through it, but it could be orange-ish red. Take off a little. How you doing here? watch it, noob. Oh, he missed his graphics card reveal. That's fine. He can watch this as many times as he wants. Hopefully we get it video edited and cut down a little bit for the YouTube. For the tubes of the ubes. Now it's even sexier. Oop, sorry. Batting around my overhead cam. Alright. Whoop, 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 whoop. Run some power cables, and then it's the moment of truth. I can't believe this is non-copyrighted music. We will find out when YouTube says, "You shall not pass." Oh. Those are so beautiful. Alright. We're getting there, chat. We're getting there. So 24 pin, 8 pin. Oh, yeah. So, getting that 8 pin in. Here's where the wire bundle actually rubbed up against the frame and shaved a little piece of the rubber off. There's a sharp, tight little area to be working in. Alright, let's hook up some. I don't want to hook up the SATA drive yet because I like to get all of my what the hell? I like to put my operating system on with no other drives. Give it no other choice. You're going here, and there's nothing you can do about it. Oh, front panel. Hooray! We'll save it for last. And then I got a USB, HD, audio. I don't know which one's power. Now the front panel on. Post. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Dude. So we're going to bring that camera back up because I want to show you guys some of this. Really nice. Looks really good. But this is cable managed. OMG, is it going to be badass? Alright, I think I got the camera inverted. Yeah. Yep. I just need to get some, I don't know what an A2 code is. I'll have to figure that out. All right. So we know we got her to a spot where she's ready for operating system and cable management, and that's what it takes to build a PC. Man, we went 3 hours. I told him also that I would reveal something else that I made for him. No, actually, not for him. When we took the things out of this case, we decided we were going to repurpose them, and so I got another project that he started me on, and I did this one Friday night. So this is for his wife, Alicia. And this is in the Be Quiet case. Be Quiet case. Ben was really impressed with this case. I'd never built in it before. But what we have in here is a GTX 960 graphics card, liquid-cooled CPU, cooler, and 16 gigabytes of RAM for the system. But this is how it turned out. I think it turned out pretty damn sharp, a little sexy. It is already cable managed. It is awaiting hard drives so that we can install the hard drives and the operating system. But that's going to be hers so that she can game alongside him. It's got this magnetic tray up here, this little screen mesh to block out air. It's only a single rad, but the CPU is not a huge heat maker, so that's all right. It's got a 140 external fan pulling air out, and a 120 up front pulling air in, along with the 120 on top, forcing air through the radiator. But yeah, that's what he asked me to do for his wife. We upgraded the RAM and the cooler so that we could potentially put a small overclock. I don't know if the motherboard is going to allow me to overclock it or not. But yeah, that's Delicia's build that I did for him.